What's up guys, welcome back to Jay on Film. I'm Jay and this is my life on film. Today we're going to Mt Fuji. But before I show you how our day went, let me start by saying that this experience was a little bittersweet for me. Alright guys, we're on the way to Mt Fuji right now. We've come across a problem though. My camera broke, kind of. I'm still recording with it, but basically the electrical contacts inside the camera, one of the pins is pushed in, so like it doesn't read any lenses properly anymore. So I'm using my fisheye manual focus lens, which is kind of sad because Mount Fuji is clear today and it would have been really nice to use my other lenses. So it's okay. We'll just use my other camera instead. Alright guys, we're gonna go and eat some food and then, yeah. I'm not sure if you can tell, but encountering this problem first thing in the morning really brought my whole demeanor down. It was only our third day and I thought that I wouldn't be able to document the rest of our trip anymore. Honestly, as I'm editing this video, it's my first time going through all of these clips since the time they were filmed. I think I've just been dreading the possibility that this vlog wouldn't be up to my standards, but on this day, two options were awaiting me. Either I let this mishap ruin the rest of my experience, or I embrace this loss and encounter the day with my head held high. So I made the decision to take my own advice and use what I have. My little Sony Handicam. And let me tell you guys, it was one of the best decisions I made during this trip. Now, allow me to tell you the story of how I met Mt Fuji. First off, the day before this, we didn't get bus tickets to get to Kawaguchiko, so we booked a guided tour on Klook for around $85, which is roughly the same as what we would have paid if we took the train here instead, so I'd say it was worth it. Now let me introduce our tour guide, Josh. He took us around to some popular spots and recommended a lot of food as well. Okay, without further ado, let's enjoy the ride to our first stop. It's quite cold today. We're at a rest area. We already saw Mount Fuji though. But yeah. But I'm wearing like I'm wearing a jacket over a hoodie, but it's still cold. I should have worn heat tech or something, but it's alright. We're gonna go move on to the next spot now, so let's go. Our first stop is at a very popular picture spot, and it's located in Shimoyoshida, right outside of the Hikawa clock shop. We're walking. Even though it was brief, this stop was the most chaotic. There's just so many people trying to get a picture, and since it's in the middle of the street, local authorities are enforcing rules against people holding up traffic to take photos. Honestly, it's a skip for me because there's just better sights to see and better spots to take photos later on in the day. Now, our second spot is just walking distance from the first one. It's the famous Arakorayama Sengen Park. This place was packed with people, but there were some decent viewing spots. It's also a bit of a hike, so if you don't mind walking up a couple of hundred steps, then check this place out.
We made it. Alright guys, we finished taking videos of Mount Fuji. It was a bit of a hike, but we're gonna continue with our tour, so let's go. There's so many people as well. Alright, we're gonna go back down. Alright guys, oh my hair. We're going back to the bus.
So how the day tour works is, we have a set itinerary and we have specific meeting times for when we need to head to the next stop. The hosts of the tour are pretty spot on with their time, so if you miss the meeting time, you have to take a taxi to the next stop. As we waited for our bus to leave, I wanted to get a Mount Fuji souvenir from the gacha machine. Low-key, I thought I got scammed because nothing was happening for a while.
Noob lang ako. Ready? We got Mount Fuji.
That's a lantern, isn't it?
Yeah. Mount Fuji lantern. Keychain.
The third stop of the day is Oshino Hakai, a village filled with food and people.
Okay guys, please stay closer. I want to tell you some information.
We're here to stop by for lunch, and as part of the tour you get the option to eat at this recommended local food spot that specializes in a miso soup based noodle dish. The tour guide will book ahead of time so that as you walk into the restaurant, your food is already waiting for you. The food was alright, but I don't think I'd recommend it. The soup was nice since it was a cold day, but there wasn't enough meat inside the dish and we only got like 2 pieces of chicken karage each. I feel like we saw better options around the village and even in the same restaurant. But if you want to try it out, go ahead. You also get a discount on the dish as part of the tour package. Right outside of the restaurant, we saw Mount Fuji peeking behind the trees. I'm telling you guys, you all have to come here because seeing it in person is just a different feeling. Now, we're gonna go walk around the village for some dessert. And of course, you can never go wrong with ice cream. We got some grape ice cream, which was pretty good, but spoiler alert, we had a better one at our last stop. Anyways, it's almost meeting time, so we gotta go back to the bus. Alright, let's just take this moment to appreciate how we had the perfect view of Mount Fuji everywhere we went. For our fourth stop of the day, we're headed to the famous Lossen Konbini. Our tour guide said something very important on the way there. This place is special because it has Mount Fuji in the background, but if you go on a day where you can't see Mount Fuji, then this Lossen is just another regular convenience store. Looking back on it, this day was very poetic. On the day that my camera broke down, Mount Fuji was nice and clear. Sometimes the moments where everything is perfect are the times where you have to put down your camera and just soak in the feeling of being present. This experience will forever be ingrained in my memories. So now, let's move on to the highlight of our trip.
Down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest alley. Can't you see you will be free? I have been far, I have been wide, searching for peace, somewhere to hide. Now I am free, open and pure, fearless and babe, I am secure. There is no dark that can't be lit. We'll find a way if we just commit. We are one. There is no them and us. Together we're strong. Together we're free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun.
We're at Uishi Park Cafe. We got ice cream. We got the number 2. It's 2 kinds of grape. We have the green one's the shine muscat, and then the pink one, the purple one, is the Kyoho grape. So let's give it a try. Is your one?
We going home. Everybody.
And just like that, our day at Mount Fuji is done. A lot of memories were made on this day, and for my first time seeing Mount Fuji, I'd say it was perfect.
We're walking home. We're gonna have dinner.
I'm still super bummed about my camera, but it is what it is. Anyways, we're at Yoshinoya, and I'm gonna have some Japanese katsu curry. Yeah, we're just gonna have some dinner and then head on back home. I'll just figure out my situation when I get back.
Alright guys, good news. we fixed the camera. So what happened was we got home, and then I used my sister's tweezers to try and pull out the contact, the pin, and I was like, Lord, please let it be fixed. And then I moved it a little bit and it just popped out by itself. So thank you, Lord, our camera's back. I don't have to buy a new camera, so, and we can continue vlogging this trip. Alright guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to Kanazawa and we're gonna do a lot of stuff. Alright, see ya, bye bye.